Hey blog buddies, how you doing? Talkie blog time again, and today I wanted to talk to you about something that I was thinking about this morning. Actually, while I was walking down the street to get hot chocolate with my friend Jamil, and we were talking about life, and we were talking about the universe, and how we manifest things, and how if we think positively, good things will happen. And I started to think about people and how they sort of look at the world and how some of my readers look at the world as well. And I guess a lot of the questions that I get, especially on Formspring and places like that, are from sort of young people who are looking for answers. And the thing that I guess I always try to impart on people is that life is not black and white. And you don't necessarily have to have all of the answers now, that there is a journey that you have to go on, and that experiencing all of the things that happen to you in life is what contributes to making you the person you are. And I kind of thought about it, and I've come up with this idea of my life being like a piece of string. So here it goes, guys. This is my philosophy on life as a piece of string. A lot of people look at life, or they go through life and they see things as point A and point B, or question, answer, or black, white. And that to me is something that we should think about a little bit more, because when you consider all of the things that need to happen along the way, all of the experiences and people that we meet that happen along the way, they are really what I believe is the important part. The world to me is not black and white. The world to me is shades of grey. And that basically means that when I look at the world, I look at it in a way that looks for understanding. I try to understand and experience rather than answer. And that's how I try to live my life. Life is a piece of string. Okay, well, let's take birth and death. Okay, point A and point B. Now, but a lot of us forget that along that piece of string, along that timeline, there are infinitely many experiences to be had that all, one after the other, form a chain that creates who you are. And you can be who you are at this point, you can be who you are at that point, you can be who you are at that point, you can be who you are at that point, but it's all a journey. This piece of string is never ending. This string is, because if I was to have a never ending piece of string in the video, my room would be filled with this giant ball of string. But the piece of string, the whole experience of life and of existence, is never ending. The same thing goes for question and answer. You ask a question and there could be an answer, but along the way is all of that development and all of that understanding and all of that growth and all of that personal reflection that follows on one thing after the other, that forms that great big piece of string that never ends. Now, I guess that's really the basics of it, is that for me, every single experience and every single thing that happens to me is part of a much larger journey. And I focus less on the destination and I focus more on the things that help me to grow and help me to move along that line. A lot of people ask me questions. They say, can you give me an answer for this? What's the answer to that? How do I do this? How do I do that? Who am I? And that, I guess, is the biggest question of all. Who am I? And there's no one singular answer to that either. Who you were here is going to be different to who you were there. It's going to be different to who you were there. It's going to be different to who you were there, all the way along that piece of string. There's no right or wrong. There's no person that you're meant to be. You're only meant to be who you are at that very moment, at that point in time. We can ask and ask and ask ourselves, or we can try and force ourselves into an answer. We can try and force events to a destination. We can try and force answers to questions. But that really doesn't serve us any purpose. We might have an answer, but it's a journey to getting that answer that's really important. Anyway, that's my philosophy on life as a piece of string. So if you like it, leave me a comment. If you don't like it, leave me a comment. If you disagree, leave me a comment. But share it, and don't forget to subscribe. And don't forget to check out the blog and the Facebook page as well. And have a very, very fantastic day, guys. Happiness and abundance to you all.